Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
We expect sportsmanship, so please let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the spectators be positive. Good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of the high school interscholastic athletics program. Thank you and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium on the campus of Lincoln Community High School. I'm Cameron Kurtz, and this is Rattler Basketball. Tonight's Central State Conference game features our guests from Springfield, Illinois, the Spartans of Southeast High School, and our Railsplitters of Lincoln Community High School. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Southeast, number 10, a 6-foot junior, D.J. Crawford. Number 14, a 5'8" freshman, Travion Williams. Number 15, 5'9" junior, B.J. Hall. Number 34, 6'3" junior, Harrison DeVoe. And number 46'9" senior, Jalen Henry. The Spartans are coached by Lawrence Thomas. Okay, Pep Band, take it away. And now introducing the starting lineup for your Railsplitters. Number 22, a 6'6" junior, Gavin Block. Number 42, 6'3" and a senior, Edward Boyd. Number 2, a 6'2" junior, Max Good. Number 4, 5'11" and a senior, Tyler Horshaw. And number 3, 6'6"
we are about ready for basketball here on a Friday night. We do thank you for joining us, and we are ready as Henry and Block will be jumping center. While it's tipped, controlled into the backcourt, and it's going to be tracked down by the freshman Travion Williams for Coach Lawrence Thomas.
Yeah, all yellow uniforms here with yellow neon socks and neon yellow shoes for the Spartans. Whew, you won't miss them.
Looks like a highlighter factory exploded. So Southeast moving to the basket to our left here, and they throw it away, an unforced error quickly, and we saw a little bit of that in the sophomore game with both teams. Josh throwing away a little bit of nerves, and so you wonder if that were the Railers, you wonder if it's a little bit of rust, but happened to Southeast, they've been in their rhythm, so we'll see if the Railers do their first possession.
That rock-stoddy B.J. Hill, too, their very stocky guard that was tough on the Railers last year.
Cook brings it over to the left side, hands off to Horsham. Senior gets it back from Tyler. Curls around now, Joey at the top of the key. Cook looking for Gavin at the free throw line. Gavin steps back, kicks it over to Cook. Max drives down the lane, back out to Gavin. Top of the key, three on the way. Left it short front of him. Gets his own rebound, goes in. Reverse scoop layup is good.
Yeah, you teach it all the time. Most players don't do it anymore. Is follow your shot, and that's exactly what Gavin did. Got the rebound and put it right back in for two. Good start for the Railers.
Leading score for the Railers gets on the board here early. 7 minutes to go in our first quarter. Southeast moving the ball around the perimeter.
Looks like the Railers really packing it in the middle, trying to keep it out of Henry's hands. They know if there's one way you could beat Southeast is not let Henry get it.
Three from the right side off the back of the rim. That's no good. And I think they're going to get Gavin coming. Oh, I thought they were going to get Gavin. The official did switch it over. Gavin trying to come over the back of DJ Crawford, trying to tip the rebound out. So Gavin will pick up his first foul, first on the team.
Yeah, they call Crawford just 6 foot. Looks bigger from here, but good job by Crawford as far as getting position on the offensive end. And the Railers, Gavin had to foul and go over the back.
Williams, they dump it into Henry. Henry skips it over, back on top. Williams, top of the key, fakes left, goes right. Southeast with the ball down on the baseline, trying to get it back out. Tipped away almost by Horsham. Makes a move in the lane. Jumper's up and good. That is going to be from Hill.
Yeah, DJ Hill, very stocky, tough guard that they've got. He was a starter on their team last year, and a good job by him in getting to the basket. That's one thing the Southeast is going to do. They're going to try and get to the hoop. I don't know if they've got the shooters from the outside, but they're going to get to the basket.
And that was one thing that Senor did for this team, is he forced you to honor him playing out there because we knew he could hit it from long range.
Yeah, it looks like they're almost playing a matchup zone where a lot of times they're not quite sure where they're supposed to be, but not straight man, but a zone for the Spartans.
Cook out to Olden, back now to Horsham. 2 minutes gone in our first quarter. Game tied at 2. Gavin makes a move, top of the key, goes down the lane again. Contact won't go down, but Gavin will be going to the line, and he will be shooting too. And that's one thing, Josh, that Gavin's been spinning. Of the 80 free throws the Railers have shot going into this game, he has over half of the attempts here tonight.
Yeah, good job by Gavin, too. Got Henry up in the air and went right into the body, and at 6'9", he's going to try and block shots. And like we talked about earlier, we got him in foul trouble the last year, and a big reason why the Railers were victorious twice over the Spartans. And there it is, Jalen Henry with a quick foul. Gavin to the line, he misses the first one. Back for number 2.
Second one on the way. That one is good, so the Railers back on top. Gavin with all 3 for the Railers. Railers extend the pressure. Williams over to DeVoe. And the foul out high is going to be whistled on Joey Olden. That'll be Joey's first.
It'll be interesting to see, Jeff, last week, or 2 weeks ago, I guess it was, when Taylorville was here, very tightly called. This has always been a battle of a lot of physical play. Will this reffing crew let the Railers and Southeast play?
Joey with the tip away gets the steal. Gavin skips it over to Bowlby. Bowlby rises up 4-3, back of the rim, no good. Williams there, the rebound for Southeast, and now the Spartans look to push it.
Yeah, we talked about the Railers got to shoot it well from the outside, starting out the game 0 for 2 from 3.
Underneath, the shot is knocked away by Max as Southeast went up for it. Nice block from Cook, and now the Railers look to extend. In the corner, Horsham for 3. Got it.
Nice kick ahead, and good transition by the Railers too. We got it up to Max. He pushed the ball ahead to Gavin, and Gavin found Horsham right in the corner for a big 3.
4:59 left in the first quarter. Railers on top 6-2. Always good to see Tyler hit his first shot.
Yeah.
Williams makes a move on the right side. Little floater is going to go up and good. Not a bad move from the freshman.
Yeah, I've seen him on several highlights already this year, and he's an excellent player. Just a freshman, but he gets to the rim, and he showed another excellent little floater.
Railers with possession. Bowlby at the top of the key brings it over to the right side to Cook. Railers with good ball movement here tonight. Gavin turns from 15, didn't get the bounce, rebound to Henry.
Yeah, good offensive possession by the Railers, though. You get Gavin at 15 feet, you like your chances.
Nice move by Henry, pull up from 14, will roll off no good, and there's Max with a big strong rebound out to Horsham.
I think you see Max fresh legs. He got up on that block shot last possession, and there he's high for a rebound. So hopefully the fresh legs of off for a couple weeks for the Railers are going to help.
Cook holds now on the right wing to Bowlby, down in the corner to Horsham.
I think we can get about any shot we want. A lot of miscommunications right now for Southeast. Who's supposed to guard who on this matchup zone?
We've got so many good players that can take it right to the basket. Tipped away, thrown into the backcourt, but Max will track it down for the Railers. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Lincoln 6, Southeast 4. Max trying to direct traffic. Bowlby at the free throw line to a cutting.
Nice.
Gavin blocks it, lays it up.
The middle's wide open against this matchup zone. And if we can get it to the middle, right where we did, we're Bowlby right at the free throw line, and Gavin cuts from the three-point line for a wide open layup. I think that's going to be wide open all night. The Railers just can't stand and watch.
And then a pass is stolen away by Bowlby as they try to get it down to the corner. To Hill, head quickly to Joey Olin, who curls through the lane, gets it to Bowlby. Bowlby contact, no call.
Yeah, Ed's just got to keep going. Looked like he had a wide open lane to go get it. Go get a layup, but he decided to pull up for the shot and didn't quite get it there.
Horsham almost with the steal. They try to get it down low. We've got a kick ball, and so it'll stay with Southeast. Into the contest for Southeast is Tremont Lewis, a 6'2 senior, replacing Hill.
Into the lineup for the Spartans.
Williams. DeVoe swinging around to the corner. 2:45 to go in the first. Lincoln up 8-4. Tipped away again. Quick hands by the Railers. I'll tell you one
quick
thing.
on defense right now.
And, you know, and we talk about the rust, maybe the shooting and the offense, but that rest, I mean, you know, they're practicing and everything, but that game action, they sure look fresh tonight.
Yeah, their defense is moving pretty quick, and really Southeast has thrown it into just a lot of our hands, too. We're getting a lot of deflections that have led to steals.
Bowlby thought about the three, didn't take it. And that's one thing that's very dangerous. If you're a defense and you're confused as to where you're supposed to be, as Bowlby fires a long three.
That's deep, too. You just keep the motion going, and I think, you know, against a matchup zone, you just got to keep the motion going because it's really hard to keep track of this guy, and this guy comes here, and now am I supposed to be there?
Intercepted by Bowlby, but then Ed dragged that pivot foot, and he's going to be called for traveling.
Yeah, I didn't think he did. I thought he did a good job of keeping his foot down. Another big steal by Bowlby. That's 2 or 3. Ref thought he drug his foot, but I thought he stayed pretty solid.
Peyton Abelair, Will Cook into the lineup for the first time. Carla Horsham and Joey Olden go to the bench. Under 2 minutes to go. Lincoln on top, 11-4 here in the first quarter. Inside, they try to make a move. Ball loose. Max down there. Players fighting for it, and we've got a held ball, alternating possession. It will go to the Railers, and you saw both Will and Max Cook down there. Will started it. Max
First one was Will going for a fumble, and then Mac cleaned it up. So good job by the two brothers of getting after it on the floor.
You know, it's been a long time since we've been able to say this with the athletic teams that Southeast usually puts up against the Railers. But here in the first quarter, Lincoln just looks a step quicker.
Yeah, right now they are. Their hands are active, and Southeast, you would think they would know against what they're going to be playing, the 1-2-2, but we've gotten a ton of steals and a ton of turnovers.
Will be another three. Back of the rim, no good. Can Gavin track it down? He can. Nice no-look pass from Will to Max. Won't go down. Then Max will go to the line, and Gavin with the no-look pass to Will, who saw more open Max, and Max will go to the line shooting too.
I think actually Will was probably more open. He had to look like he had a lane, but he didn't quite know that, but shoveled off to his brother and gets fouled. But a good job by Gavin of staying active on the offensive boards.
Cook's first free throw on the way, up and good. Max in the scoring column tonight.
Conrady checks in, and we'll see big body against big body now. Henry at 6'9", I'm not quite sure he's that tall, but he's 6'7", 6'8", and now Conrad checks in at 6'7", 240 pounds, so a little muscle down low.
Both free throws go down for Max. Railers on top already, 13-4. And you know, you talked about it in the pregame. think about how limited the touches have been for Henry and how bad the offense has looked for Southeast.
Yeah, so far, and that's what happens when you don't go to your main guy or can't get it to your main guy. Your offense doesn't look so good.
Williams looked to make a move, but I think Peyton Ebelair, our number 14, is going to be whistled for the bump as Williams tried to cut past him. That'll be Peyton's first. That'll be number 3 on the Railers. 1:07 to go. Railers on top 13-4. Gavin Block leading the way for the Railers. He has 5 so far. Southeast looking to inbound. Get it into Henry. Flips back out now to Williams. I don't think Henry's going to be able to push Conradi around down in the blocks.
No,
3 on the way. That's a bad shot. Rebound comes down, put up and in by Sabri Bakari. And I believe, isn't he the kid that transferred from Mississippi?
Yeah, we got a little help from the Springfield radio crew. That he's a kid that transferred from Mississippi, was the state high jump champion in Mississippi, and you saw it there.
Railers miss a shot. Railers get the rebound, tried to flip it around. Maybe a little too much passing underneath as Bolby's whistled for traveling. So a turnover will give it back to Southeast. 40 seconds to go. Lincoln on top 13-6, first quarter of action.
Yeah, the 2 threes Southeast has attempted have not looked good either, but they've gotten rebounds afterwards.
Henry makes a move in the lane, and are we going to get Will with a foul? I think they're going to call Will for a foul now. They're going to say it was on the shot. So the foul will go against Will Cook. That'll be his first, and it will be 2 shots. Henry will go to the line. He will be shooting 2. They list him, as Josh said, at 6'9", and he's going to be playing basketball next year in Edwardsville. His first free throw is no good.
He'll be at the Southeast. Will be in Collinsville, and it's real close to Collinsville as Edwardsville, so probably knows the area pretty well.
28 seconds to go, first quarter. Free throw, that one is good.
We're talking about that team that beat us last year, Oakville. I believe Southeast plays Oakville. Is that right, the first game? Their first game is against Oakville?
It is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So 20 seconds, got to believe the Railers will hold for the last shot here. 13-7. Gavin hands over to Max. Cook looks over to Coach Alexander, gets the play with 10 seconds. Conradi on the wing, high post to Gavin. Gavin looking for Tyler, coming around a screen in the corner. 3 on the way, left it short. Conradi had it, lost it out of bounds, and it will go to Southeast. Nope, they're going to say the quarter is over, so that'll be the end of 1.
Him and Joey going after it too. So good rebounding and a pretty good quarter. 7 points given up by the Railers.
Into 1, Lincoln on top. It's Lincoln 13, Southeast 7. Back with a second in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball. Both teams back on the court, getting ready for the second quarter of action for the Railers. It's Olden, Horsham, Max Cook, Bulby, and Block starters on the floor for the Railers as they enjoy a 13-7 lead as we start the second quarter. Southeast with the basketball jumper from the top of the key from Henry is no good. They crash the boards. They can't contain it. Max Cook into the front court for the Railers.
Max picked up his dribble, and there's Gavin.
Cook over to Horsham. Now to Bolby.
Oh, got to look inside. Gavin's wide open in the middle. Railers starting to cut a little more through the middle.
Gavin looks to make a move. Cut off on the baseline. Joey out to Horsham. Top of the key. Back to Olden. Steps into a 3. It's on the way. It spins in and out. No good.
Stay with it, Bolby.
Bolby couldn't grab it. Henry's there, the board for the Spartans.
Yeah, Bolby right in there, and a couple tips at it. Just couldn't hang on. 6'9" Henry was able to reach over the top.
So after the Railers got out to that 9-point advantage at 13-4, Southeast slowly trying to claw their way back into it. And a foul is going to be whistled as Tremont Lewis went to the basket. He'll go to the line shooting 2.
2 on Gavin, I believe.
Foul's actually going to be whistled. We will take that as Max picks up his first.
Yeah, I thought Gavin was the only one close to him, but we'll take that one.
Lewis, the 6'2" senior. Free throw is short. Second one on the way. This one missed just as badly, but the rebound comes back out to Williams for Southeast.
Yeah, it's tough when you give up well, we get the steal back, so we'll take it, but it's tough when you give up a rebound off a free throw.
Bobby reached in, knocked it away, so the Railers get it back in that fashion.
You got to look in the middle. Gavin's wide open at the free throw line. And that's a place where you got to get it against the matchup zone.
Olden, Gavin at the free throw line, backs out the dribble to the top of the key. Skips into the corner to Max to Olden. Horsham with a long three, a little bit out of his range. Hangs off the backboard, rebound down to Southeast. Williams dribbling through traffic. Gets it now over to Hill. Henry into the corner. Macari's three is no good. Max comes down with it. Joey, 1-on-3. He's got some help over on the other side. Gavin thought about the three. Ball fake in the lane. Goes against Henry off the glass. Won't go down. Henry and Block fighting for it, and it's Henry who comes out with it.
Yeah, that's all right, though. I like Gavin going right at Henry, trying to draw that other foul.
Hill with the pull-up jumper from the baseline. He's got 4. And it's Southeast. They run off 5 in a row, and then a steal. Hill goes up. Layup good. And just like that, it's now 13-11.
Yeah, a couple lead-out breaks for the Spartans, and that's where they're going to score. They haven't shot the ball well from the outside, but it's been their offensive rebounding and getting out on the break. We've got to.
Max cut down to Joey. Joey lays it up and in.
Yeah, nice cut. Max got to go a little more offensive here. It's time for a couple baskets from Max Cook.
Quickly down court. Ball's lost. Joey on the floor for it. Fighting for it. A little scrum down there. Alternating possession. Goes back to the Railers.
I think there's lanes, Jeff, where in this matchup zone where Max can get by his guy, and he's yet to start to penetrate those gaps. We've got to get some more penetration and getting some easy baskets going through the hole because the middle's wide open. You can see it here from up here.
And as you said, Southeast, they do look a little bit confused because, you know, when you're playing a regular zone, you know where you're supposed to be. If you're playing man, you know where you're supposed to be following. But the matchup, you know, there's that little bit, well, am I taking, is he? Yeah. And then that's just enough with the cuts.
You're only on that man for so long until he gets to a different area, and then somebody else picks him up.
Bowlby, 5 minutes to go in the first half. It is Lincoln 15, Southeast 11. Ebler back in the contest for the Railers. Cook. Block at the free throw line. Gavin spins, tries to get out, got to get out of the lane. Ebler, and he threw it away into the hands of Southeast. Quickly down court, off the glass. That's going to be up and good from Harrison DeVoe.
Yeah, the Railers need a little more spacing, or a lot of passes in too short of an area.
Railers with only a 2-point advantage as Gavin brings it into the front court. Southeast came in at 4-3, 2-1 conference play. Railers 6-0, their only conference game 2 weeks ago, a win against Taylorville. Wow. Ebler fire three, spun off, no good. Gavin tries to get the rebound. Ebler tries to get down there, and we've got a foul. It's going to be whistled on Southeast.
That's Henry, I believe.
Nice job by Ebler crashing in there, and that is going to be on Henry. And as Josh said, that's going to be his second. Fourth on the team, third on the team, and now checking in is going to be Darius Osley.
Now the Railers got to take advantage of that. They lose their 6'9" man inside, and we've got to cut to the basket. We've got to penetrate to the basket and finish on layups.
And what are they checking on here? Not sure what the officials are huddling up here at the near basket.
Surely wasn't a shooting foul, was it?
Looked close enough for me. I don't know.
I'll take it anyway, but they're no. Max Cook going to take it out.
Got to watch Max coming back inbound. Gavin in the corner, his three off the back of the rim, no good. Bowlby trying to get the rebound, but Osley did a nice job filling in for Henry, and he came down with the board.
Yeah, I think, again, the Railers see zone and we start to settle for too many threes when that middle and penetration's wide open.
Nice job by Bowlby stepping in front of the pass.
Yeah, he's got 3 steals already tonight by Bowlby, just reading passes back there and just being active.
Max with a nice move down the lane off the glass.
There it is. We can do that all night. Max can get to the hole and score layups, especially now that Jalen Henry's out of the game. They lose a perpetual shot blocker.
17-13, Railers stretch it back out to 4. 3.5 to go. Williams steps. Yeah. Traveling called.
Traveling violation, it's Rail ball.
And we've seen Max as he's matured, and now that he's a senior, may have one of the quickest first steps in the conference.
Well, and he's got to use it. You know, there's you can have everything you want, but if you don't use it, you're not doing yourself or your team much good. And he's got his. There's some times in games where he's got to look to penetrate. He's got to look to take over games and not only create for himself, but create for his other teammates.
3:10 to go. Gavin Block in the far corner. Now to Ebelair. Joey backs the dribble out at the 3-minute mark here in the first half. Max yelling out the play. He gets it over to Ebelair, gets it back. Is it the lob play? It is. And we're going to have a foul, I think, on Joey setting the screen, trying to free Bowlby for the lob.
I think we've ran that 107 times, and there's never been a foul called on that screen.
So the Railers pick up their 6th team foul. Joey's going to have to check out. That's his second. Yeah, I mean, from where we sit, we've seen that play so many times, you can see it coming.
Yeah.
And as you said, it usually works, but I don't think I've ever seen a foul called on that back screen. Off the glass, that's no good. By Southeast. Rebound comes down to Ebelair.
Yeah, Peyton now taking over the point guard duties on the press. So just another guy you can throw out there.
Cook spins, kicks it back out. Bowlby rises 3, back rim, no. Rebound comes down to Southeast. And again, the Railers are getting beat on the boards, and the bad thing about that, Josh, is most of those aren't coming from Henry. He's been on the bench with a lot of foul trouble.
Right, and again, Max got to the lane and scored a layup, and there we go. We go back to attempting another 3.
Ticking down to 2 minutes to go here in our second quarter. Ooh, look out. Big collision on the sideline between Gavin Block and B.J. Hill, and you always want to kind of let them catch their breath. And Gavin's going to check out. Conrady's in. Foul's going to go against Gavin. That'll be his second.
Yeah. So problem is it sends them to the bonus, and it puts Gavin, our leading scorer, on the bench on a play. Yeah, if you get it, it looks great. But if you miss it and you don't get the foul, they probably got a layup. And now he gets the foul and has to sit.
Hill, 5'9" junior, free throw, up and good. Conrady, Max Cook, Bowlby, Horsham, Ebelair on the floor for the Railers. Second one good as well. Hill with 8 of their 15 points. See if the Railers can take care of it here as we head toward the half. Ebelair with a cutting Cook. Over to Conrady to an open Horsham. Didn't get a shot off.
Yeah, should have. Max, I thought, could have got right to the basket there.
Ebelair between the circles. Bowlby in the lane. Turns from 14. Spun off, no good. Conrady trying to fight for the rebound, and Conrady, it looked like he knocked it off the head of Ousley.
Oh, he's going to change it,
I think the official from the far side is going to come in, and I think that's what happened. Conrady went up and he knocked it off the head of Ousley, so the Railers will keep it.
Yeah, and the Railers know we can't find the bottom of the basket now on any kind of jump shot. We've got, last score was by Max Cook by a layup, but we cannot find the basket on a jump shot.
Max for 3, back rim, no. Hill high for the rebound for Southeast. 90 seconds to go here in the half, and he's going to be called for steps. I think he made that little stutter step move, and he's called for traveling. Coach Lawrence Thomas certainly not happy about it, and that's, I think, the second or third traveling, and each one has gotten the same reaction from Coach Thomas.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't see it, the end of it, but looked like he was just dribbling the basketball. The Railers really need a basket here. A long stretch without a basket. We got to find a way to get something easy and get a drive to the hoop.
Yeah, I was going to say, and Horsham lost it. Picked up by Hill. Flips it ahead, and then it goes off the hands of Trayvon Williams, and it'll go back to Lincoln. And right now, Josh, both teams are having a lot of trouble finding any kind of offensive rhythm. And with the Railers, as you mentioned, everything's coming outside the arc.
Yeah, little to no rhythm on either side. Really, just Southeast scoring on some transition baskets, and we've been unable to get to the.
Ebelair tried to bounce it down to Will. Will's trying to hang on to it. There's a fight for it. Ball's still loose, and he's going to be called for traveling.
Oh man!
Because it looked like he rolled over, but they're going to give the timeout to Southeast. We had one official who came from this side who was going to call traveling because he rolled over with the basketball, but the official on the baseline said that he had possession long enough, and there may have been a verbal signal before he rolled over, and so that's one of the things I think they're trying to emphasize this year is make sure that if someone's calling timeout, there's an emphasis on do they have control and can you actually hear and see the call. And I got to say, the officials so far in this first half have done a nice job communicating with each other if they've seen something that they think would affect the game.
Right, and there again, a sloppy pass by the Railers is deflected by Southeast, and they get the ball. So, as you said earlier, a sloppy play right now by both squads. And we have zero rhythm right now in our offense. There's been several times where we've got at the free throw line and made something happen, and as we go back to, it seems like we get in that easiness or that funk of just shooting threes against zones when we've shown we've been able to get to the rim.
Under a minute to go here in the first half. 50 seconds. Southeast with the basketball again. They can tie it. If they take a three and hit it, they will take the lead as we head toward halftime. Hill drives baseline against Conradi, and a blocking foul is going to be whistled on Bowlby, and now Bowlby has picked up his first foul, and Southeast will go back to the line.
Well, it was a big collision down there. Hill's well put together, and so is Bowlby, and maybe must have got a little clip to the side or something. Maybe Bowlby wasn't quite set, but it looked like a pretty good collision down on the baseline.
And now they're looking for a towel, I think, to clean that off. And getting one from the scores table. 39 seconds to go. Back in the contest is Sabri Bakari.
What do we have? 13 at the quarter, Jeff, and we've got 17 now. So just 4 points.
Yeah, and the two baskets we've made were the pass to Joey underneath and Max's drive to the basket.
Right.
DJ Hill at the line of Southeast.
Hill with 8 points here in the first half. Free throw up is good.
And this is where the last couple points for Southeast has come from, the free throw line. So when you give a team that's struggling on offense, easy baskets, whether it be a layup or free throw, that's basically what Southeast's offense has been all night.
Second one. And we are tied at 17. Last tie was back at 2. Ebelair out to Bowlby, now to Max Cook. 30 seconds to go. Railers hope for one if they can.
Yeah, they've got to like where they're at with their big man, their stud on the bench for most of the second quarter and a tie basketball game.
Down to 15 seconds. Ebelair with the dribble, hands over to Will Cook. Will almost stolen and bumped by Hill as he ran into Max. That'll be Hill's first. Only the 15th.
Not a bad foul, though. As long as Hill's not in foul trouble, you make the Railers take it out and reset. So not a bad foul, really, by Southeast.
9 seconds to go in our half, tied at 17. Ebelair looking, gets it into Max. Max to Ebelair, down to 6, to 5. Need to look at something. To 2, got to fire it off. They don't even get a shot. Three-quarter court shot off the backboard. And I would not want to be a whiteboard in the Railer locker room as the way that one ended. Halftime score, Lincoln 17, Southeast 17. Back with our halftime in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
The Rail Pom Pom Squad.